More information has come out this week about the House Ethics Committee's investigation into Matt Gaetz, and it has now been confirmed that one of the additional witnesses that the staffers on the committee reached out to, I guess in the last week or so, was in fact the woman that Gaetz allegedly had sex with while she was a minor, and of course, he was not. Prior to that, which CNN broke that news late Wednesday evening. Prior to that, we didn't know who these extra people were that had been called as witnesses before the House committee. We do know that this was the second time in just as many months that the committee has announced a new slate of witnesses that they were calling. And they do expect in the coming weeks for those witnesses to return the request, and then we'll get the ball rolling from there for these people to start coming in. But this is the first time, thanks to that CNN report, which was then corroborated and followed up with by the Daily Beast on Thursday, we do know, and staffers from the committee did confirm to the Daily Beast, they're now zeroing in on the trafficking allegations against Matt Gaetz. The staffers were also quick to point out that initially they didn't want to go there. They didn't want to touch this stuff that the DOJ had been investigating. They were mostly looking at financial disclosures, possibly misuse of campaign funds for Matt Gaetz. A little bit on the sex stuff, a lot on the drugs, alleged drugs. Gotta keep our hands clean here. But now they've confirmed that, yeah, we're looking at the trafficking, and we're going to call some witnesses that he allegedly did things with. Perhaps having sex with them, perhaps giving them free drugs, and of course, sending them money, which we know the money being sent is a thing. Gaetz himself admitted, yeah, I sent women money because I was helping them out. But things are getting bad. Things are getting real bad for Matt Gaetz with this investigation. And to be honest, it couldn't come as a worse time for him, because let me give you a little bit of anecdotal information here. And I know this because I'm in his district. Every 2 years when we have these primaries here in Florida, Matt Gaetz always has a lot of Republican challengers. Usually only one or two that are fairly serious, but there will be a lot of people on that Florida primary ballot to challenge Matt Gaetz to then run for the seat in the general. If this committee is able to conclude their investigation and release their findings before that Florida primary, that would benefit the Republican Party. So the clock is ticking, because that would give Republicans down here enough time to use whatever the committee's final report's going to say against Matt Gaetz in the primary. But right now, the investigation hasn't even gone to the full committee yet. It's just sitting there with the staffers in the investigatory part. It hasn't gone to the full committee. So the likelihood of us getting a final report before the Florida primary is slim to none at this point. And then that's going to come back to hurt Republicans, because they will eventually have to release that final report, and it's going to end up being during the general election. So yeah, you guys may want to speed things up if you want a chance at saving this seat. This is a deep red district, but if what they're alleging did in fact happen, and if these witnesses corroborate it, that might maybe be the end of Matt Gaetz. Ring of Fire is just a few subscribers short of hitting that 1 million subscriber milestone. So if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so, and stay up to date with all of the latest from Ring of Fire.